JP poll time. Week 3. These are not rankings. These are power ratings. It is who the model would rank and rate and then favor above who on a neutral field tomorrow. We take this strategy. When we're moving teams up and down, doesn't always matter if you won or lost because it's predictive, it's future looking. But also, I haven't used this metaphor in a while, so I think I can use it today. If you take a plate, these papers will be plates, but not a paper plate. If you take a plate and you put a drop of honey and you put a drop of water on the plate and then you turn the plate sideways, the water falls off. That's how most people react to individual outcomes. The honey just starts slowly creeping towards the bottom of the plate. That's how a power rating system reacts, because it knows that a team does not change by 6 or 7 points over the span of one Saturday afternoon unless they lose their starting quarterback. And so with that in mind, you're probably going to see some teams that you think are awful right now, rated higher than you think they should be, and then those same teams will have resurrected their seasons a month from now, yada, yada, yada. So let's start at 25. We'll run through it right quick. I will post this, of course, as always, on social. Florida State is rated. They didn't play last week. You may wonder, how did that happen? Well, it's because there was some movement elsewhere. They were already like 26 or 27. FSU has entered the power rating at number 25. We got Baylor. They dropped several spots. It's important to keep in mind, we've got this logjam of teams in the 10 to 25 range, and there just isn't a big gap between the teams. So you could fall 8 spots and only fall like 2.5 points. So that's what Baylor did. Florida's at 22. Cincinnati is at 21. Let's take a look at this top 20. Kentucky has elevated, I believe, to number 20. Yeah, there they are. So the Cats are up to 20. I know that some of you want them higher. Understand how to interpret that game the other night, and understand 20 is a very, very high power rating for Kentucky. Kansas State was not power rated last week, and they're in front of Ole Miss at number 18. Kansas State plays Oklahoma next week. Just keep that in mind. Potential every given Saturday tour implications, might I add. Just keep that in mind. Miami, this is going to be inexplicable in a lot of your minds. Miami won last week, and they're down 7 spots. Miami dropped, I want to say, 3/4 of a point or like 1 point. There's just a big logjam. I mean, little fractions of an inch are the difference here. Michigan State's still at 16. Top 15 time. Texas A&M, that's where they are. Somebody said they shouldn't be ranked, and you can rank them wherever you want to. I'm telling you, a power rating system is going to have Texas A&M still favored over pretty much every team you saw behind them. Oklahoma State is continuing to rise. They're up to 14 now. They handled business last week. Texas jumped 5 spots. I believe they jumped a 0.5 point, even in a loss. So Texas is 13. Now, look, it's important to note the quarterback situation there is very much up in the air. They may start Charles Wright. Charles Wright's a softball legend from Columbus, Georgia, but he's also the third-string quarterback at Texas, and he may get the start Saturday against UTSA. So, beep, beep, right into Austin. Here come the Roadrunners, and they may be drawing the third-string quarterback. And I'm looking at that, and I'm saying, like I said with Ian Fitzsimmons and Gabe Eichert on Sirius Big 12 today, I said, look, if that defense at Texas is what they looked like they may be against Bama, they can win that game 19-10. That defense needs to win a game for Texas Saturday. I say all that to say Texas is up there, assuming that Hudson Card's the quarterback. And with Quinn Ewers as quarterback, we probably power rate him higher, but they don't have him right now. So Texas is at 13. The most underrated team in the country. It is criminal that they're not ranked by the AP. It's stupid. It's not criminal. It's stupid. They are 12th. Mississippi State is 12th. I told you 2 weeks ago, and I got roundly chastised for it. I told you Mississippi State is going to be a favorite when they go to LSU. I think some of you may believe they're only favored because LSU lost in week 1. That is not the case. I'm telling you, if LSU won against Florida State, this point spread would still look pretty much the same. Maybe Mississippi State -1 instead of -2 or 2.5. They, in the eyes of odds makers and me, are looked at way differently than voters. So we're right. Voters will be slow on the uptake. We're right about Mississippi State. They're at 12. USC. I'm glad the model has to do this and not me. I don't know how to handle USC. I was watching them on the flight home the other night, and there are moments. They're going to be the classic highlight team this year. There are going to be moments from USC games where if you just watch the post-game highlights, they look like vintage Pete Carroll USC. There's going to be some inconsistency. I think they're going to get better as the weeks go on if they don't have massive amounts of injuries because there's still so many new parts to them. We got USC at 11. They're real good. They're really good and have the potential to be better than just real good. Let's go to the top 10. No, it's not dead air. Just give me a minute if you're listening on podcast because I have to collect my thoughts. Because we have Tennessee at number 10. And I know sometimes you have statements, they're like fixed default statements that you use, and you say so-and-so's not a top 10 team, so-and-so is a number 10 team. This is all relative to the rest of the teams in the country right now. So this year's week 3 number 10 team could be 2015 week 3's number 18 team. It all depends on what the current status of the rest of the country looks like. Tennessee, we got at number 10. Penn State, we got at number 9. Are they playing the caliber of football that you in your mind think is top 10 caliber? Maybe, maybe not. In this particular year so far, the model thinks they are. Utah, we have not really done anything with. We've kept them where we've had them all year. We've got them at number 8. Arkansas is probably who we're higher on than most. I have a $100 bet because he wouldn't go higher with Brandon Walker on over 8 wins with Arkansas. That was made last night, not in the preseason. He actually let me get 2 games into the year and still gave me 8. Whatever. I mean, look, when I come upon fools, it's not my job to teach them and educate them. It's my job to take their money. So I will have a lot of fun with that $100 from him in December. Arkansas is our number 7 team in the country right now. Oklahoma, number 6. Oklahoma's going to Nebraska Saturday. Oklahoma, I don't care who throws caution to the wind in Lincoln, Nebraska. Oklahoma should take care of business as a 2-touchdown favorite, and I'm very interested to see if they do. Let's hop into the top 5. There's not a lot of movement, except there is in the top 5. Clemson still 5, Michigan still 4, Ohio State still 3. Not only did Bama drop to 2 and Georgia rise to 1, I can tell you right now we would favor Georgia by 2.5 against Bama if they played in Atlanta Saturday. So that is a pretty noteworthy shift in what the model would spit out, because I think it probably would have been inverted or maybe even Bama -3 this time last week. So there you go. The model does like Georgia right now as the best team in the country. And you know what? I can't disagree with the model. And even if I do, it's a computer, so it can't talk back to me. Top 10 in order: Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, Ohio State, or Oklahoma rather, Arkansas, Utah, Penn State, and Tennessee. I'm sure none of that will change at all by this time next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Make sure you like the video and please subscribe to the channel. Not just for me, that's how we keep this entire thing free.